So here's what happened when it comes to Polkadot. Did you know that the SEC quite recently basically stated how DOT, which is Polkadot's native token, is not a security, meaning that it's now, I guess, in that sense, considered a digital commodity. Now, nothing I say is financial advice, but why is this impressive, right? Why is this, I think, a pretty amazing thing for maybe the future of Polkadot? Well, it's because, first of all, now it gives more clarity, I think, when it comes to Polkadot as a project, right? Because did I ever think that DOT was a security? Personally, I never thought about it that way ever in history, right? Because I feel like if I'm dollar cost averaging, or if let's say I accumulate DOT, which again is Polkadot's native token, does that mean I own a part of Polkadot? No, right? So how is that a security? I just don't get that. But even still, me, despite never ever thinking that DOT was ever a security, I think what I saw recently when it comes to the SEC stating how DOT isn't a security, I think it just gives again more clarity when it comes to Polkadot overall. In which case, now enterprises, right, businesses or other individuals out there who are looking at Polkadot, they can see, right, that hey, you know what? DOT, it's been clarified that indeed it is not a security according to the SEC. So I do find this to be pretty amazing because some enterprises out there, right? Some big businesses, sometimes they do care about these small details. Sometimes they want to see it actually being confirmed. So again, we did recently see that, and I do find this to be pretty impressive. Now, personally for me though, I mean, I get it. As of right now, a lot of people like to tell me that, well, okay, this happened, but DOT is still below $10, right? If anything, it's like well below $2. But okay, my kind of mindset is this. Polkadot, I feel like fundamentally became better. We take a look at Polkadot 2.0. We take a look at, for instance, not too long ago, it was officially, I guess, clarified, right, that DOT's maximum supply was indeed going to be 2.1 billion. So there is more clarity again, and now I see the SEC labeling DOT as a digital commodity. So if anything, I feel like Polkadot fundamentally became better, but actually the charts are lower. So if something became better, yet it became cheaper, I mean, am I going to complain about that? I don't know if I would. So am I going to complain if DOT is over 5 times lower than $10? No, I'm not. Like, how does that make sense? Something became better, yet it's below $2. I'm just going to be dollar cost averaging. That's kind of my mindset. I mean, okay, sure. People like to say, oh, when are things going to recover? I mean, I'm not going to be able to know the exact moment. There's no way I could know that. But if I'm still able to dollar cost average at these moments, I just don't have any complaints really. I mean, I feel like there's a glass half full versus glass half empty type of vibes here. What do I mean by this? It's like, for instance, if I want to take a glass half empty approach, I could say, oh, wow, you know, DOT's below $2. This sucks. Arguably, I can maybe think about it that way. But also on the flip side, I can also take a look at it as a glass half full type of vibe as well, because my mindset is I still like Polkadot. I feel like it fundamentally improved, yet it's below $2 when it comes to DOT. So I view it as if I'm trying to accumulate, these are the ranges in which I like. Preferably, I'd like to be able to dollar cost average if DOT is below $2. However, is there a way for me to demand that to happen? No, but it's happening as of right now in a sense where that seems to be the case, right? DOT is below $2. So I'm not going to complain because these are the ideal ranges in which I wanted to dollar cost average anyways into DOT. I just can't control that, right? But if it happens to be there, yeah, I have no complaints on my end. But even besides that point though, DOT has over 1 million holders. Like, that's really impressive. Now, keep in mind, even despite over 1 million holders, DOT is currently ranked 32nd in the world in terms of market cap within this space. So it's not like it's top 10 or anything, but still, it's pretty impressive. Like over 1 million holders. But also, people like to say that's not even 1% of the total amount of holders when it comes to the space. Well, maybe, right? Because allegedly there is over 600 million owners as of right now when it comes to this space overall in its entirety. So if DOT has like over 1 million holders, that's not even 1% of 600 million. But still, it's pretty impressive seeing that many holders when it comes to DOT. Furthermore, when I take a look at Polkadot, over literally 500,000 developers commit to it ever since 2026. That's like so impressive. I mean, keep in mind, when it comes to DOT, basically, the amount of developers that committed to it ever since 2026 is more than Cardano in addition to Solana combined, right? So more than Cardano and Solana combined. Pretty impressive in my opinion. If I think about it logically, right? What is more popular, Solana and Cardano or Polkadot? Of course, Solana and Cardano is way more popular than Polkadot, but I think sometimes people don't take a look at that chart, right? They don't take a look at how much, I guess, developers have committed to something like this. In which case, I find it to be pretty impressive. You know, Polkadot is focused on interoperability, it's focused on connecting blockchains together. So it doesn't necessarily surprise me seeing that because it is like pretty fascinating for me to see. I mean, did I think that Polkadot was going to be ranked #1 in the world before I saw this chart? No. I mean, one would think probably Ethereum or something like Solana, right? Or BNB Chain or something, but then it's actually Polkadot. So very impressive in my opinion. I just wanted to make a video overall regarding what the SEC said not too long ago in regard to DOT, basically stating how it's not a security, it's a digital commodity. I'm just going to stay patient and wait and hold. And I guess that's it. You know, I'm not going to tell anyone to do anything. And I am not actually telling anyone to do anything, but that's just personally what I'm doing. And yeah, I'll be sure to make more updates when it comes to Polkadot moving forward. So hopefully y'all stay tuned for that. I just want to say thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you all have a very nice day. It's Willie the Captain. I'm out. Peace. Bye.